Hi.
I just learned that you haven't been here in a year and a half.
Is that right?
Doesn't seem like it.
It doesn't.
Maybe that's wrong.
Maybe it's so right it's wrong.
Maybe it's so wrong that it's right. I want to ask you about your hand. You broke it? Is that what it is?
I broke my wrist.
You broke your wrist?
Yeah, it's a distal radial fracture.
A distal radial fracture. Mm-hmm. And what's that little thing you have on there?
This is like a scar thing that's supposed to help it not scar.
I see. Well, I can't see it, so it
right,
does.
Exactly.
It works because it's covering it. Yes. So how long ago did it happen? What did you do?
It happened a couple months ago, and we were on a ski vacation. So what I like to say to people is that I was skiing, but that's not true. I was in a ski town. There was a ski mountain visible, and I just fell down on my own toes. I just literally, like, I wiped out for no reason.
So, like, where were you physically?
I was just going to lunch.
And you tripped over, like, what?
I don't know. It's so embarrassing because people kept saying, like, oh, but it was icy. And I was like, no. And they were like, oh, but you were skiing. And I was like, no. And then they were like, oh, but, you know, there was like a shoelace. And it was like, no, I just like, I mean, this is now, I'm just like a person who falls down. You know what I mean? Like, I've gotten to that place where
age,
it's like, oh, my hip.
Yeah.
And so I fell down, and I fell like this. And I knew, and it was like at a weird, bad angle. But I get very nervous about.
Wait, you were falling, so you tucked under? Like, you didn't fall with your leg. That's what why would you do this if you're falling down?
I'm scared of falling. Oh no, I don't know. But I guess because I didn't go down, like, I don't really know. I kind of blacked out. But I just fell, and then my first thought, for whatever reason, was like, don't embarrass yourself, but I already fell, so like, how much worse could it get? But then I just stood up real fast, like, no problem, everything's fine. And there was a guy crossing the street, and he was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, fine.
Were you by yourself?
Yes, I was by myself. I was going to meet a friend for lunch, and so I went into the restaurant, and I sat there for a second, and I was like, this is really bad. And so I asked for a giant bag of ice, which, being in a ski town, they had. Like, no one questioned me, they just gave it to me. And then I went to the emergency room.
Wait, so did you look down? Was it in a weird angle? Like,
yeah.
Was it like completely in the wrong?
Yeah, it was like more like this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It didn't look good. Yeah, no, it still doesn't. It still looks kind of Frankenstein-y.
No, it doesn't look like anything. But but we have an X-ray of what they've done to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. There must be a more current, modern way to fix things. Wait, that's one. But then look at all the screws. That's overkill right there.
Everyone's like, oh, gross. Well,
is that coming out? Does that come out?
No, it stays there. I know. The good news is, if you
they're almost coming out the other side.
I know. What you realize is there's a whole world of ski injuries, and I wanted to be part of that world so badly. So people would be like, oh, did you do it on, you know, Shane's Lament or whatever, the Black Diamond? And I'd be like, oh, yeah, the old, you know, downhill racer. I don't know what the names of the slopes are.
Downhill racer.
And so I would just lie to people and tell them that I did it skiing.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, and now you're telling it to everyone that you didn't.
Well.
So now people just think you're a liar.
Well, or a really cool skier.
No, they know now that you aren't.
Oh, right. Okay,
yes.
This is on. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, I forgot.
Oh, seriously, there must be, is there a doctor here? There must be a better way to heal than just hardware. That's from a hardware store.
I know. It's from Home Depot.
They're just screws.
Mm-hmm. I know. I don't know. I mean, also, shouldn't they dissolve or something? I mean, that just
once it
stays
heals,
there?
Yeah. Once it heals, it should dissolve.
Yeah.
Like on Mission Impossible, when the tapes would self-destruct after a certain time. Anyone over 50? And this is her new book. It is called, In Conclusion, Don't Worry About It, which is based on a speech. You went back to your old high school.
Yes.
And
my father signed me up to give the graduation speech at my high school, and then announced it to me. He was like, hey, you know Bill from tennis? And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, so you're gonna do the graduation speech at Langley. And I was like, wait, I don't even understand. He made friends with someone whose grandchild went to my high school, and thusly, I'm giving the speech. I haven't even been there for, you know, many, many years. And then I was asked to publish a version of the speech. I expanded it and changed it. And so it's just a little book. It's a gift for graduates.
Yes, and it's basically your experience in high school and giving advice on other people.
Yes.
And are you honest about your high school experiences?
For sure. Well, it's not all in there. But, well, one of the things I talk about is if you had to pick on that graduation day all those years ago, who would be sitting here or who would be doing any of the things I've gotten to do, you would not have picked me necessarily. And so one of the messages I thought about as I was looking back is things happen at all different times of life, and you shouldn't feel so much pressure on these moments like graduation, like these big, supposed big, you know, transitional moments that they're not always what they're cracked up to be.
Right. Some people ripen later on in life.
That is right.
Yes. And some people ripen in high school and then they go downhill after that.
That's right.
You go back to those reunions and the people that were the cool ones, you're like, look at you now. So, do you talk about not driving, driving without a license in here?
Not in this book. Not in this book.
I didn't see it.
It's in another book of mine.
I see.
We thought it was such a good plan. You know, Mothers Against Drunk Driving was very big at the time, as it should always be. And I didn't have a license, but I also didn't drink. So, you know, I drove the car. My friends drank. I didn't have a license. It all evened out. It was probably fine.
It was the safer thing to do, for sure.
Yes.
Are you a good driver?
Well, I've been driving for a long time.
That doesn't mean anything at all.